Welcome back, everyone. Now there will be a discussion on the cooperation between Finnish and Ukrainian cities and how local activities such as twin towns and school and youth exchanges can have a global impact.
This following program is produced by the city of Helsinki. However, now I have a pleasure of welcoming and giving the mic to 5 people to discuss the role of cities in building a peaceful and civilized future. Welcome on stage Mayor of Helsinki, Juhana Vartiainen, the Mayor of Dnipro, Borys Filatov, and the Ukrainian Ambassador to Finland, Olga Dibrova. The panel discussion is moderated by Olga Dibrova, who is the internal affairs expert at the city of Helsinki. Tetiana will join as the translator to the Mayor of Dnipro, Borys Filatov. Warmly welcome on stage.
Welcome.
Welcome everyone to our panel discussion, City Cooperation for Peace. It's wonderful to see so many of you here, even though the World Village Festival is drawing to its close. It shows how important and interesting this topic is. My name is Outi Jäppinen, and I'm honored to coordinate this discussion. Each of our panelists brings a valuable experience and insights to our discussion. Let me once more introduce them to you. Next to me, Mayor of Helsinki, Juhana Vartiainen. Her Excellency, Madam Ambassador of Ukraine to Finland, Olga Dibrova. Our honorable guest from Ukraine, Mayor of Dnipro, Mr. Borys Filatov. And interpreter Tetiana is here to help us. Warm welcome to you all. Dear friends, recent years and even recent months have reminded us on how quickly the world can change. In this rapidly changing landscape, cities play a crucial role. We have the concrete tools which can make our lives easier, more sustainable, or perhaps happier. For the next 25 minutes, we will explore the practical partnership between Helsinki and Dnipro, and we will also look at why city-to-city collaboration is so vital in building peace and resilience. But before we turn our eyes on the big picture, why cities are so important and powerful actors for peace, I want to ask one question from all of our panelists. In addition to the World Village Festival rich program, the city of Dnipro has provided us with real cultural firework during last 3 days. And you, dear panelists, have all taken part in these wonderful events when Dnipro has showcased their skills and talents here in Helsinki. Beautiful chamber music concert on Friday, theater performance, interesting workshops here at the festival, and many, many meetings. Can each of you share one moment that stood out as especially memorable or meaningful for you during these 3 days? Let's start from you, Mayor Juhana Vartiainen.
Well, the Friday night concert with the Four Seasons Chamber Orchestra and the wonderful playing of Bach, but Finnish and Ukrainian music, and a reunion with the wonderful violinist Udovichenko, whom I know from the civilised violin competition 2022.
Thank you. What about your Madam Ambassador?
We are coming just now from a Dnipro tent here in the World Village, and I was very impressed how Dnipro presented itself with very innovative way and with unforgettable music. But in general, it makes me very happy just to follow the discussion between mayors and to follow the visit as such, because as I'm ending my mission, I felt that at least one thing we did very right in the embassy. It's initiating these numerous cooperations between the cities and towns of Ukraine and Finland. I feel that we laid foundations for great cooperations already now and for even greater partnerships in the future in many spheres, including the reconstruction of Ukraine.
Thank you. What about you, Mayor Filatov? Which moment would you share from the past 3 days here in Helsinki?
Ну, я вам скажу так, що я повністю згоден з моїми колегами, але я буду казати про особисте.
I agree fully with my colleagues. However, I tell about my personal experience.
Для мене було дуже цікаво, коли я побачив в музеї Гельсінкі так звану хлібний кошик молотого. Я за першим фахом історик, і я просто вивчав в тому числі зимню кампанію, зимну війну Фінляндії проти Радянського Союзу.
For me, the most interesting was seeing in museum Molotov bread basket. This made a very huge impact of me in perspective of Soviet Union times.
А також прапор Київської дивізії 44-ї, яка була повністю знищена фіннами. І для мене були виводи. Я хотів би вам донести ці виводи, які я хочу сказати зараз.
And also 44th division of Kiev, which was fully destroyed by Finns. And I would like to tell you more about this, or my ideas about this.
Я побачив на власні очі, і це мій основний висновок, наскільки історична доля фіннів та українців, вона дуже-дуже схожа.
I saw by my own eyes how the destiny of Ukrainians and destiny of Finns are similar.
Другий висновок – це висновок, що Росія брехала тоді про хлібний кошик, коли бомбувала мирні фінські міста, і бреше і зараз.
And second conclusion is that Russia was lying at that time about bread basket while was bombing, and now lying again.
І третій висновок також дуже-дуже важливий, що тоді Росія вбивала фінів руками українців. Зараз вона вбиває українців руками інших поневолених народів.
And also the third conclusion is that at that time Russia was killing Finns by Ukrainian hands. And now Russia is killing Ukrainians by others' hands.
На жаль, стільки минуло років, але в імперській політиці нічого не змінилося.
So much time passed, however, the empire policy remains same.
І нам потрібно всім, я маю на увазі цивілізованого світу, робити з цього висновки.
And all the civilized world, all us, should make conclusions about that.
Thank you. My next question goes to you, Madam Ambassador Dibrova. You have played a key role in bringing together Finns and Ukrainians in many, many sectors. And our attention in this discussion goes to the fact that you have helped to launch partnerships with nearly 20 Finnish and Ukrainian cities and municipalities, Helsinki and Dnipro among them. And dear audience, here in the visuals background, you can see illustrated part of this already quite impressive network. Madam Ambassador, why do you believe that city-to-city cooperation is so crucial?
It's crucial because people are important. And people in Ukraine, in Finland, and beyond, on the European continent, in the whole world, first of all, they want peace. I believe that peace rests on two pillars. It's defense and security and values. And we live in the kind of world that values must be defended. We cannot just be, good people and think that we will not be attacked. On the contrary, the goodness is attacked now. That is why I believe that local communities, cities, municipalities, they play a crucial role in defense. Of course, the general defense is provided by the state, but it is very important that people know what if they are attacked. What do they do? And this is the task of municipalities to provide this. And we should understand that attacks are now, in many times, are non-conventional. Sometimes they're physical ones, like missile or drone, is falling over someone's head, like it is happening now in Ukraine. But we should be very much aware also of other types of attacks, like cyber, like information space. Basically, we should keep our minds sober, because aggressor wants us to think that their behavior is fine, and it is not. So we should, as local communities, bring up our values, the respect towards each other, education, reading promotion, empathy towards each other, so that we spread peace and not aggressive attitude towards our neighbors, as Ukraine witnesses now from the Russian side.
Yes, thank you. Next, I would like to ask the mayors what the cooperation between the cities of Helsinki and Dnipro means in practice. Mayor Vartiainen, Helsinki and Dnipro became partner cities 1.5 years ago. Since then, Helsinki has had chance to support Dnipro, and together the cities have launched several initiatives together. And, for example, summer camps for children, cooperation in the field of education, meetings between experts in different fields. Which of these activities or any other aspect of our cooperation has been the most significant or personally meaningful to you?
Well, of course, as many cities, we have assisted our Ukrainian sister city with equipment and such stuff. But perhaps an idea that I had from the beginning, and that is very dear to me, was this idea of inviting children from Dnipro, in particular children who may have lost a parent or both parents or otherwise suffered from the war, to invite them to our summer camps in the Helsinki region. So we hope that happened last summer, and it will happen next summer. We hope that this will give some young people, some children, a respite and a nice time and new friends from the middle of the war. Then, of course, there will be a lot of other mutual things, like learning from each other, how we are prepared, how our underground shelters work. And I know that our rescue people have traveled to Ukraine to learn how people behave in such distress and crisis. So this will be a very long-term cooperation. It's a bit sad to say, but we will have this same Eastern neighbor for a very long time.
Thank you. And Mayor Filatov, you have been steering your city, Dnipro, throughout the entire 1,186 days of Russia's full-scale invasion. And your city has faced several airstrikes and many new challenges because of the war. What has been the role of the international partners of Dnipro in solving these challenges?
Ну, я вам скажу так, що, по-перше, я хотів би сказати слова подяки за будь-яку допомогу та співпрацю нашим колегам з муніципалітету Хельсинки, нашим друзям. Також хотів би сказати слова подяки дуже потужним та активним нашим українцям в Фінляндії, їхньої спілки, нашому ком'юніті українському. Але окрім співпраці та будь-якої допомоги, для нас є ще одна дуже важлива річ.
First of all, I want to thank all of you for cooperation. I want to thank Helsinki. I want to thank all our friends. I want to say Ukrainians in Finland Association for your activity.
Це настільки жахлива війна з часів ще Другої світової, що ми раді отримати будь-яку допомогу. Але для нас дуже зараз важлива це моральна підтримка. Чому я завжди кажу про моральну підтримку? На жаль, зараз ми спостерігаємо по всьому світові, вже на 4-й рік війни, є так звана рутинізація конфлікту. Всі до нього починають звикати, на жаль.
And the war is so horrible after the Second World War, and any help, of course, is highly appreciated. However, I would like to underline the moral support, the importance of moral support, because now already after 3 years we have this routinization of situation, and this is dramatic.
І коли наші люди зараз бачать, що Хельсинки поруч з нами, що нас підтримують українці в Фінляндії, що нас підтримують по всьому світу, це дає нам надію, що нас вільний світ не залишив на самоті. І з нами поруч, пліч-опліч, знаходяться в тому числі цивілізовані демократичні країни.
And when our people can see that Helsinki is supporting us, Ukrainians in Finland supporting us, all world is supporting us, free world is with us side by side, all the civilized world, and this means a lot for our people.
Я просто бачу зараз, в тому числі по соціальних мережах, як люди в Дніпрі, мешканці Дніпра, прості дніпряни, вони дуже радіють, тому що я поїхав, я зустрічаюся з нашими друзями, і вони розуміють, що окрім допомоги уряду, народу Фінляндії, президента Фінляндії, в тому числі нам допомагають, в тому числі муніципалітети. Це дуже-дуже важливо для наших людей, для того, щоб підтримати їх моральний дух.
And I can see in social media how happy our people are that I am going here to business trip. There is a president of Finland supporting us, people of Finland supporting us, cities are supporting us, and this really is encouraging our faith.
Thank you very much for this very touching and important message that you're giving us. I have a next question to Madam Ambassador. As said, you have done a marvelous job in connecting Finnish and Ukrainian cities, and that cooperation will certainly continue. But I would like to know what would be your insights on what we in the Finnish cities should learn from the Ukrainian cities, and perhaps vice versa.
Of course, it's a two-way street. And first of all, it's preparedness and resilience. In Finland, you have the great comprehensive security approach when the whole society is involved in security matters. And I think that's absolutely great approach. And thanks God you didn't have an opportunity to test it in practice. But Ukraine has practical experience, and I think we can exchange how this Finland's theory and Ukraine's practice. It is highly important for our survival and for our resilience. And regarding resilience, I am amazed how Ukrainian people are living through the war. Frankly speaking, coming today to the festival, I was quite down because of the attacks of these past days. And one of the drones hit a residential building very close to my home in Kiev. But after visiting the tent of Dnipro, seeing that strength, that power and joy in people who came from one of the mostly attacked cities in Ukraine, I am now myself full of energy, full of hope for life, and full of strength. I think that is what we can share with the whole world. And also, I think when we continue cooperation between cities, well-being is very important, and happiness. There is a huge desire from the Ukrainian people to be happy, especially in this challenging and dark times. So we can learn a lot from Finland. Like, for example, how you manage work and life balance, how you anti-stress with sauna, for example, and many other things. So I think it's great that Ukrainian people are not conquered by the war theme. they have this lightful inner them that allows them to be the winners even under these difficult circumstances.
Wonderful. Thank you for these words, Madam Ambassador. Mayor Filatov, based on Dnipro's experience, what kind of city cooperation do you believe has the greatest power to build and sustain peace? Is it humanitarian support or shared best practices, cultural cooperation or something else?
Тобто найкраще для миру.
Я думаю, що відповідь буде дуже проста. Я думаю, що все, що ви зараз перерахували, все це потрібно. І я не можу знову ж відокремити жодну допомогу від іншої. Тому я вважаю, що всі ці напрямки, вони дуже-дуже важливі. Але знову ж повертаючись до того, що я вже казав. Окрім суто матеріальної допомоги, культурного якогось обміну і якихось стосунків, нам дуже-дуже потрібно, в першу чергу, зараз це ваша моральна підтримка. І ми її відчуваємо. За це я вам всім дякую.
I will reply very simply on your question. Everything listed by you one by one is needed. I cannot separate anything of what you said, what would be more important. Material, cultural, everything is important. However, as I mentioned earlier, moral support is at the moment especially important, and we can feel that from you, and we appreciate it highly.
Thank you very much. Mayor Vartiainen, I would like to know from your opinion, what do you think is essential for a major city like Helsinki or Dnipro to promote solidarity and peace?
Well, states can give aid and military aid, but we can learn to know each other as people. And that's so important. I have the deepest respect for Mayor Filatov, who has to lead a city under a war. But then something where we can learn from each other, and a lesson that we must always remember is that resilience is mental resilience. And we must build cities that are so good to their citizens that they want to go on, even in times of distress. And this is a lesson so clearly learned in the Finnish Winter War and now in Ukraine, that the real resilience is in the hearts and in the minds. And there we learn from each other all the time. And from our perspective, this war has implied that Ukraine, the Ukrainian nation, the language, the culture has become so much nearer to us. We have understood that Bulgakov, this great writer, he was Ukrainian, and all the composer Silvestrov, and many others, so that somehow Ukraine now is in our hearts in a much more powerful way, and understanding these similarities of history. And I really hope I will be able to visit Dnipro in some appropriate time, probably in my personal capacity, but it has really opened a new perspective on this interesting, dramatic, wonderful area of Europe.
Thank you. Well, your answers are really touching, and I'm sure that all the audience are living with us with these answers. But now it's time for the final question. As this festival is also drawing to its close, what short final message would you like to share with all of us, all the citizens or the cities or the communities here in Finland, communities in Ukraine? What can we do to promote peace and sustainability? Let's start from the Madam Ambassador, please.
I think we should make more and more contacts with each other, learn more about each other. It's like in diplomacy. Diplomat is contacts, contacts, and contacts, and it will pave the way to great projects in many areas, and will open many projects for the reconstruction of Ukraine, which will be mutually beneficial. And I think we should stay as people. We should stay as good humans, and that's why, and that's how the peace will be sustained.
Thank you. What about you, Mr. Filatov? What would you like to say to everyone?
Я дуже стисло. Я хотів би всім сказати, ніколи не потрібно забувати, що це повністю чорно-біла війна. Тут немає жодних, скажімо так, сутинків. І я прошу всіх, хто зараз нас чує, хто знаходиться у цій залі, просто залишайтеся на стороні добра. Просто знайте про це. Тримайте Україну в серці, тримайте її в порядку денному, в тому числі інформаційному. Постійно працюйте з іншими мешканцями. І запам'ятайте назавжди, Росія завжди бреше та вбиває. На жаль, це так. Тому я просто прошу вас залишатися на стороні добра. Все.
I will reply only quickly on this question. Please don't forget that this war is black and white. There is nothing gray in this war. Please remain on good side. Remember that Russia lies and Russia kills. Please stay on a good side.
Thank you. What about you, Mayor Vartiainen?
Let's not get tired of supporting Ukraine, supporting Dnipro. Let's not never be tired of that. Slava Ukraini.
Heroim Slava. Dear audience, it's time to wrap up, and I want to thank our wonderful panelists for your very wise and beautiful words and thoughts. Thank you, Tetiana, for your help. Thank you, World Village Festival, and thank you, dear audience, for being here tonight. We wish you a peaceful evening. Thank you.